Hey ladies, welcome to the 6-week Q&A. I'm going to make this short and brief. I'm going to quickly talk about me, my philosophies with training, and then what's included in the 6-week challenge. I really want you to understand why I have the challenge set up the way I do, because I think it's very, very important for a woman to know why they're following this plan and the purpose behind it, rather than just blindly following the rules. That way, if the plan disappears, there's no more challenge. You know when you are in your lowest and you need to get back on the horse, you know where to start. And this challenge is going to do really well with teaching you all of that information. So really quick, I'm your trainer. My name is Allie Smith Cobb. I'm married. I have 2 dogs. I love the outdoors. I love being creative. And the biggest thing is I just recently spent Thanksgiving in Dominican Republic. I've never been. It was super awesome. We stayed at an all-inclusive resort for my husband's 40th birthday. Yeah, 40th birthday. I can't believe my husband's 40. I don't feel old enough to have a husband that's 40, but he's young in heart. And it was a blast. I want to jump in and talk about my philosophies with training. Like I said before, I think it's really important that you understand where I came from, and I feel like you might relate to some of these stories and why that built what I have now, okay? So phase 1 out of the 3 phases in my life was when I was really trying to outwork a bad diet. I was very an emotional eater. Good news, bad news, it was always around food. If I wanted to eat it, I would eat it. Because in my mind, it was all right if I worked out. So I would eat everything that I absolutely wanted to, and then I would go run 4 miles 5 days a week. And this worked to keep me in a state that I wasn't overweight, but I was what you would hear as a skinny fat, okay? And this worked for a little while, except for if you got sick or vacation or for some reason you couldn't go and run because of the weather. Your eating habits, you had no restrictions to your eating habits. You never learned moderation because that's how you ate. You just ate everything and then you worked it off. But when you can't work it off, your food stays there. So this phase for me, it was really hard for me. I would feel extreme guilt when I couldn't run. And I had a really bad relationship with any moderation in food. I would just eat and eat and eat because in my brain, it was all right. That kind of led to phase 2, where I couldn't find any happiness in outrunning my bad diet. So then I said, okay, maybe it's my food. Maybe I should learn how to diet and moderation. And so what I actually did in phase 2 is I did the bulldozer effect. And this is an Allie term. This is when ladies will take what they're currently doing and they just wipe it clean, as if everything that they're doing is absolutely wrong. And they go to the extreme other end. For example, a lot of women, when they start a diet, they're all, well, I'm cutting out sugar. I'm counting out carbs. It's always, I'm going to cut out something. Okay. It's the very, very extreme. So this is when I did the same thing. I went the very extreme. I went from eating big pizzas to tilapia and brown rice. Absolutely 2 different worlds. And I didn't hardly eat out. I tracked all my food. I lifted more than running. So that's how my fitness changed. And then I felt amazing. All right. So I was like, I'm on top of the world. I have abs. I feel awesome, until I didn't. I got on stage in New Jersey on a national stage at 9%. And the judges didn't even glance at me. I wasn't even close to placing. And it completely crushed me. I felt like I was awesome. And everyone was like, no, still not good enough. And I was like, how is 9% still not good enough? I came home and I told myself, you know what? Okay, maybe just give myself a break. And this is going to be my off season. I'm going to improve. And then I'll get back to it, right? I think a lot of women can relate to this quote. So if you are starting your 3rd round of Whole30 or your 4th round of keto because it worked last time, consider the possibility that it didn't actually work for you. If you're going back to something, maybe bits and pieces of it worked for you because you saw results, but it didn't quite work for you because you're not being able to sustain it. So, and then in phase 3, I was really, really dying just to find better self-esteem. It was less about how I looked and more about how I felt, because the trade-off of being 9% and looking like 9% and what I had to do wasn't worth it to me. So then I wanted to balance that out a little bit, and I wanted to find a happy medium. I wanted to find something that I could sustain, because a competition diet you cannot sustain. I was miserable. My husband was miserable. Our social life was terrible. And so what I wanted to do is seek out a way to be happier. I wanted to feel strong in the gym. And then most importantly, I wanted to have a good relationship with food. I didn't want to look at food and go, oh, I can't eat that. I can't eat that. I can't eat that. I wanted to create balance. I wanted to be able to learn moderation, learn when I can have the things I want. And I wanted to build a strong and beautiful body where I wasn't sacrificing everything in my life to get that. And that's where the fitness life came. So if any of those phases really hit home with you, you're gonna love the challenge, because I have been in all three of those phases. I have gotten out of those phases. I've fallen back into those phases. And that's important to know, is that nutrition and fitness isn't just this straight line of success. You're gonna have bumps in the road. You're gonna fall. You're gonna feel on top of the world, and then you're gonna fall again. And what we're going to learn with all of those ups and downs is what works for you and what doesn't. So my ultimate goal with this challenge is I want to coach you into phase 3. I don't want you to outrun your bad diet. I don't want you to run yourself into the ground by working out 6 or 7 days a week. And I don't want you to bulldozer absolutely everything that you're doing in your life. I want to help you create balance. So how do I do that? I'm going to do that by giving you direction. There's no more second guessing. Your workouts are all lined out for you. Your nutrition goals are already lined out for you. And I'm also going to give you rules to follow. I'm going to hone in that natural instinct for women, where we do better when we check lists and we have a little thing to say, yes, I did that, I did this, and I did this. I'm going to hone in that natural instinct to do that, and I'm going to use that skill throughout the challenge. So at first in the challenge, you might feel that it's kind of strict, that you're falling into my phase 2. And I strongly believe that phase 2, where there is some strictness, is going to create some skill, and that you can do some moderation. Because remember, phase 1 is completely, I don't give a crap. I'm eating whatever I want. The phase 2 is the opposite. It's extreme, it's strict, but a little bit of strictness is going to teach us that we're capable of doing it. When things get tough, we can do it. And then those skills are going to carry over into phase 3, and then we can use those skills to create balance. And at the very end of all of this, you're going to have so much more confidence. You're going to be able to walk into the gym and know what you're doing with your workouts. You're going to be able to handle your nutrition and know how to shape your nutrition to create the body that you want. Okay, so let's talk about some of the successes. Last challenge, we had the most weight loss, was over 13 pounds. The crazy part about this is that was 7 inches off of her waist. 7 inches off of her waist, which is absolutely amazing. Then we had the most muscle gain. Laura over here added 5 pounds of muscle on this cute little body and a shit ton of strength. She did pull-ups, bodyweight pull-ups, and you can see she's doing push-ups on 3 med balls. Really good muscle onto her body frame. We also had some good successes. These are all of the first place winners. Last challenge was fun. We had a lot of ladies do really, really well. So yeah, they did really, really well. So let's talk about why they did so well and what is all included in this challenge. With this challenge, you get a 6-week challenge guide. This guide has been updated. It's 50 pages long, full of information. It has nutrition plans in it, has recipes on it, has the rules on what you're supposed to be eating and how you're going to be eating healthier. It is the key to your success. So with your basic registration, with the challenge, you are going to get workouts to follow. You're going to feel sexy again. You're going to feel strong. You're going to have support from all the amazing women. You're going to feel like a badass in the gym. And this is important because you have the videos to show you what to do in the gym. There is no more second guessing what to do in the gym. And then stopping the yo-yo dieting of, I'm doing really, really good. Oh, I'm not doing so good. Let's try this diet. I'm doing awesome. Oh, not so good anymore. We're going to find something that works for you that you can sustain over a long period of time. And I'm going to give you the accountability to stick to it. How do you win this challenge? Now, my challenge is very different from all of the other challenges because it is not based off of just the most weight loss. And what I'm teaching you is not just to lose a lot of weight. I do not want you to lose a lot of weight with bad habits, because those don't last long. Yeah, we can all just go and do a lot of cardio and lose a lot of weight and possibly win, but we're not going to be able to keep up with that. So with my point reward system, you're going to get rewarded for healthier habits. You only have to lift 4 times a week. That's it. That's all that's required in this program. Again, I want to teach you sustainability, something that you can do for a long period of time. And I'm only requiring you to do 3 cardios a week. And then the last thing is that we have nutrition challenges every week. They are different each week. We're going to build up on these new habits and getting better and better with our nutrition. There are some extra credit points because if you do lose the most weight, I think you should get rewarded. If you do gain the most muscle, I definitely think that's worth an award. And if you have a MyZone or you purchase a MyZone, you also are going to get rewarded for your effort. So MyZone, really quickly, is a heart rate monitor that you can wear across your chest, and they give you effort points. It's called My Effort Points, MEPS. And the idea behind this is no matter your fitness level, if someone really fit and someone not so fit put in the same effort, they would have the same amount of points. And so that's the way that I can level the playing field. Everyone gets points, and they're going to get rewarded for consistently hitting those points every week. So just like the last 2 challenges, I'm letting you add on a MyZone to your order form, and I'm going to give it to you for $60 off of the retail price of $149. MyZone is really cool. The thing I love about MyZone is that you can glance down on your Apple phone, your Apple phone, or your Samsung or your Apple Watch, and you can see a color. And these colors let you know what intensity you're putting into your workouts, and it really gives you a lot of feedback because our perceived exertion and our actual exertion doesn't very commonly line up. There's a lot of times where I'm like, oh my gosh, this workout's killing me. And I'll look at the app and my heart's like, you're not really doing that much. And there's a different feeling between muscle burning and getting your heart rate and getting calories burning. So and you can see in this is actually a screenshot here of the app, and it will show you at the bottom all of the different colors that you hit during a workout, current beats per minute in the bottom left. And then it will also tell you your MEPS, your My Effort Points in the bottom right. And then in the top right, it'll tell you how many calories you burned. So it really gives you a lot of feedback from your workouts. But my favorite thing about it is that it gives you some sense of reward after every workout, like you're doing really good. And like I said, I'm going to allow you, if you don't own a MyZone, you can add this onto your challenge registration for $60 off. You will also be able to add on my Insider Secrets. I really dive into supplements, and I tell you what supplements are good, which ones are even needed. And that combined with the MyZone, you'll save over $110. Now, after the last 2 challenges in my recent boot camp, I do have some leftover inventory. So I'm going to give you ladies the opportunity to go shopping. You can get a cute teal gym bag. We've got some tank tops left over, and we've also got some shakers. After you register, you're going to get an email with a link in it that you can go shopping and get all of this swag to get you motivated for your workouts. So now, finally, we got to the prices. Let's talk about the prices with this registration. It's split up into, are you a current client or are you not a current client? If you are a current client and you already have a MyZone, you will do the current client no bundle. Your registration for the challenge is $35. If you are a current client and don't have a MyZone, there's very few of you, but if you don't, you can add on the MyZone and the Insider Secrets plus the registration for the challenge, and you'll pay $125. Remember, this is the best value because you're saving a lot of money on that MyZone. All right, so now the new clients. New clients, maybe you've trained with me in the past, but you are not currently in my online membership, then you're a new client. New clients, you can also do the no bundle. Maybe you purchased a MyZone from me already. Maybe you already have one. Then you're going to be the new client, no bundle. Your registration fee is $69. You also get 8 weeks access into the membership app. So that means that you get 8 weeks access of all the workouts, all the coaching videos, all the nutrition information for 8 weeks, even though the challenge is 6 weeks. And then if you are a new client and you don't have a MyZone and you want one, and you also want to access that Insider Secrets, this is the best value for you. You're going to save $60 on that MyZone, and your registration fee is going to be $159. And of course, you also get 8 weeks access into the app with all the coaching videos and the nutrition. All right, so that's it. And scroll down, click on the button. It will take you through some questions. So you'll answer, are you a current client? Yes or no. Do you have a MyZone? Yes or no. And then it will take you to the form that you should fill out for your registration. But if I didn't answer any of your questions, you should see a little chat bubble down here at the bottom. Go ahead and click on that and send me a chat, and I'll personally answer your questions. All right, ladies, thanks.